people. Hello. Alright, so first and foremost, this is not actually my technique, okay? I saw a video for it, I don't even remember when, but a while ago. And I thought it was really, really cool, so I tried it out, and it turned out awesome, I think. So this is how it looks.
1 second.
You're gonna focus it. Focus on me. Focus on me.
There you go. You're
All
zoomed in and pretty much focused.
So this is what happens, okay? This is the gradient here. And it looks like airbrushing, but it's not. It's basically used with water, makeup, water, paint, and one of these. And that's it. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so what you're gonna do first is, obviously you need to go out and get these from like Dollarama or wherever. You can get them for like.
Ours are from Walmart.
I think ours are from Walmart. You can get them for like $1.25, whatever. Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, that's Walmart brand. But yeah, you can get them for like $1.25. If you want to go like high grade, they're like $2. Anyways, so needless to say, it's just a little sponge, and they're really great for like the little parts for getting into small spots. Actually, funny story, Slow Fuse doesn't like this technique because it does use a fair amount of paint. Just to start off, to let you guys know, it's a fair amount of paint. Anyways, so I'm gonna be doing this jet the same way and the same gradient as this one. I really need to learn how to have my hands. Okay. So, first of all, what you do is you grab your water.
It goes and buys marshmallows to paint with.
Ew, that's gross. Sleepiest. Anyway, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna shove your sponge.
Hey, you have your own water. Keep out of my sponge water.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my paint water.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have my own little sponge water, apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move Brandon's sponge.
I'll move your jet for you.
Thank you. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is, obviously I have a yogurt cup, it doesn't really matter. Just shove it in the water and let it soak for a couple minutes. And while it's soaking, I'm gonna get the wet palette ready. Am I allowed to use this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I made it. Maybe I'll put some pink on her.
Anyways, so I'm using Vallejo Pink. And Vallejo Ultramarine. Oh no. Yeah, Ultramarine Blue.
Yeah, pretty much standard color.
Yeah, just standard. Whatever. You don't have to use Vallejos. I'm just using them because we have them, A, and B, the droppers are freaking awesome. So then what you're going to do is take your wet palette, put your paint on the wet palette. I was going to show them afterwards.
No, I got it.
Put your
That's a lot of paint.
Yeah, but it'll work out.
Alright.
Put your paint on the wet palette. Okay. And then you're going to take just any big old brush. Is it okay?
Actually, I'm gonna use that one for dry brushing today.
Okay. I need a
Where's
big old
the other
brush.
one? I don't know. Robbie, why are you whining? You are being a whiner.
Go check my desk.
Oh, here we go. Oh, actually, fuck it. There you go.
That's too big, babe.
Too big?
Yeah.
Alright, fuck it. There you
That
go.
works. Anyways, as I was saying, any big old brush. And what you're gonna do is, you don't have to wet it beforehand because you're already saturated your sponge in water. So then you're going to wring out your sponge so that it is all the digits at the end of YouTube link. Oh. Oh, sorry. I thought somebody was at the door. Anyways, squeeze the sponge until it's pretty much dry. Like, there's still water in there, obviously. It's a sponge. It holds water. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your sponge and take your brush, and then just kind of Get paint on your brush. And then if you can do it in multiples of different colors if you want. I only do it with 2 colors just because I find it a lot easier. Originally, I got this idea from a YouTube video that Brandon showed me of a girl doing it, and then I also watch a YouTuber called Simply Nailogical, and she uses the same technique with nail polish to put it on her nails to do a gradient of different colors, just because it meshes really nicely, and then there's no differences between the 2 colors. It blends together, if that makes sense. Mash the buttons! Do something! Thank you for the thank you for the follow, Mally something or other. Malibindin?
Maladin.
Anyways, so then you're gonna grab the paint and you're just gonna pick a half of the sponge, and then you're gonna decide how much you want of the blue gradient on there. So I usually do I'll either do half or I'll do just the top part.
Apparently someone's wife watches Simply Nailogical.
Oh really? That's awesome.
It's Nickel Bunny.
I love that name. Anyways, so you're just gonna load up the sponge with some paint. Okay? Until you're satisfied with the amount of paint that's on it. You don't have to go nuts. And then you do the same thing with the second color. So you wash out your brush. Excuse me, sorry. And then you grab the second color. And again, load up your brush. And then just load up the sponge with the second color. It doesn't matter if you get the second color onto the first color, because that's the whole point of it. To get the effect that you want of the transition from one color to another, it doesn't really matter if the 2 colors mix. Whoops. As I grab the blue paint instead of the pink paint, because I'm amazing. Again, just load up the sponge until you're satisfied. Like I said, you don't have to go nuts. It does take quite a bit of paint, but you don't have to go nuts to the point where it will take too much paint. And then, what you do is you choose where you want the gradient. So myself, I like it just on the back fins, just because I think it looks really neat. And then you just dab, dab, dab.
Robbie.
So I'm gonna try and do this in the camera so you can see it.
But that's really loud, buddy.
All right. See if I can do this where you can still see it.
I can zoom back out if you want. And just do it right here and you'll be fine.
All right. So then you just dab. So you pick where you want the blue to start. So obviously I want the blue to start at the very tip. And with the amount of blue I've got, it should work out to be something really nice.
Yeah, just do it up there.
Up here?
Yeah.
My hand's still in the way.
Yeah, whatever. Just do it.
Anyways.
Or tilt it up.
No, my hand's still in the way.
Yeah, but if you do it like this, hold it like that, I'll do it.
Okay, there we go.
That's good enough.
Okay, so then you just dab.
Marshmallows, what you say? This marshmallow thing is starting to look more tasty with the extra colors.
And then you just dab. And just keep dabbing. And then go over it a second time until you're satisfied with the transition between the pink and the blue. The pink and the blue.
Or any 2 colors.
Or any 2 colors you want to use. I'm not saying you have to do it with pink and blue.
No, Emma's is here.
But this is just the transition. Anyways. So I'm actually really happy with that one. So then, this is the end effect.
I'll focus that better if you want to move it closer.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, move it closer.
There we go. That's good.
There you go.
See? So that's just the effect you get. And then
it's super
if
quick.
you want, it's super duper quick, super easy, and you can let that dry, and if you want to go over it a second time with the same colors, or if you're not happy with the colors themselves, you can always pick a lighter blue or a darker pink or a purple or whatever you want. But yeah, so it's just Yeah, I'm going to in a second. But yeah, it's just basically, that's it. Just dab.
Because I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at this flyer.
And then with the same sponge, you don't even have to add more paint. I can probably do the second wing. Again, just dab dab.
Oh, they have a Minion GT.
Maybe not. I might have had to add a little bit more blue, but you could just put a little bit more pressure and it'll take out the blue as you're doing it. But yeah, so basically, yeah. And it's just, you're just dabbing the sponge and that's it. And again, you get the same effect on the second wing. And it's not the exact same, but it's looks really cool. You experimented with different lines
Funny you
and
mentioned
the
that,
sponge rather than 50-50 straight lines down the middle of them.
If you want, she's gonna be doing these ones eventually.
Just light dab, a little shine.
So when these are done, she could let you know.
Yeah, and I haven't tried it like a different way, like zigzags or horizontally. I just thought that because it's a curved, like I'm doing it on this and it's a curved edge, I just figure straight across would be a lot easier for me, for myself. But like you could try.
Evis, I'll kill you.
You could try it with a different, like you could do it sideways. You could cut the sponge differently. You could theoretically use the long side for 3 colors. Hell, you could use like the little tip if you're trying to get just little bits.
That's
like
probably what you'll have to do for your jet bikes.
yeah, just for like little spots. You could use like the tip. You can use the long side to do longer bits. Whatever you wanted to. It's completely up to you. With the 3 colors, you can totally do that. Like I did that with where's my boat? Babe, can you pass me my boat?
Yep.
Like with my boat, I did it with my boat where it transitioned from
That one's got the finished base on it.
yeah, it transitions from blue to pink to white.
It's like the light's really strong.
And that's literally what I did. Was I had the 3 colors on the sponge, and I had the 3 colors on the sponge, and I just did it like that. And because the boat is a bit smaller, I just used this part of the sponge for it.
Oh, I did have a Skype message.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid Skype. I should close it.
Yeah. It's just
It's probably Evis.
it is asking if it was quote worthy something. But yeah, so with the boat, I literally did the blue on the top, the pink in the middle, and the white on the bottom on this particular sponge, actually, like this part of the sponge. And I just lined it up, and that's what happened. And then I proceeded to do the front part too, where it's gradiented blue to pink, where it's more blue rather than pink, because I've got like mostly pink on the boat part, on the main part. And then I've just got like the little white skull, but that's just... But yeah, so basically, and then on the fin, I've got it where it's gradiented pink to blue to pink, and then I've got some white and some blue that I've got to fix. That's not right. But... But yeah,
Maybe that was a bad example.
that's a bad example. It is, I'm sorry. But yeah, so the boat's got the 3 colors, and again, it's just with this part of the sponge that I used, so. But yeah, if you want, I can do another fin just to show you again how really easy it is. Actually, I think I might do another fin just to...
That middle one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the middle one. So again, we're just gonna load up the brush.
And I mean, I can grab you one of the jet bikes if you want.
No.
You want to try a smaller surface?
No. And then we're just gonna load up the sponge again, just because the blue is falling. It was falling short.
I don't have it. Robbie, you gotta be quiet. We're working. It's late. Stop being a jackass. We're working. 7 swans are swimming. 1 puppy getting the nose. No.
Are you gonna make a VOD of this tutorial? I think they're making fun of me, but that's okay.
No. I think people genuinely like this tutorial, so provided the VOD doesn't get muted, yeah, we could like clip it off.
Excuse me. And then again, this one's a little bit more narrow than this one, so it'll turn out a little differently than the other ones did, just because of the way it's shaped versus the way this shape.
Glue on or something.
Yeah, I could have, but I mean, I like the...
Or you could choke up on the sponge.
Yeah, I can choke up on the sponge, but I don't mind the amount of blue that's on it. I actually really like it.
Okay.
And then
yeah, there you go. Snickle Bunny says it's legit a good tip.
Oh, thank you. And then you look again. But and if you notice now that this one's dry pretty much, you can see the prettiness, like the pink to blue, but the purple in between that you get from the dabbing is like, I like it. And then again, you get the different, because I've got a fair amount of blue, and where the sponge hits, you get a little bit more blue on the back, but the pink to the pink to the blue still does the purple in between. And I like it.
Sorry.
It's, you could mix them in the middle, but the whole point to the gradient is having the 2 separate colors and then them mixing on their own.
The only way you could get a softer gradient is if you use more colors.
Yeah.
And you do more of a gradient.
Yeah,
so like
and
if you went from pink to like a darker.
If you pick the color yourself in between, then it would be like a softer.
She would need to then blend the pink and the blue on the palette.
Yeah.
And then put like different combinations,
Yeah.
like 3/4 blue, 1/4 pink.
Exactly.
3/4 pink,
Exactly.
1/4 blue.
In between
like
the blue
you
and
would
the pink.
do a natural wet blend.
Yes. Like you would on the wet
I
palette
don't
to
know.
do
I don't know how to do
with a
wet blends.
sponge type thing.
Haha! It's like I almost did, but I didn't because I'm pretty far away.
And
So-
he's blind.
Yeah. I need new glasses. Hey, Slowview, she's doing that shit you hate.
Hi, Slowfuse. Everybody asked me to. Don't judge.
And to be fair, the only reason she used a ton of paint is because she poured a ton of paint. It doesn't actually use that much.
Yeah, you don't actually need to use as much paint as I put on
It
here.
does use more than if you were to just paint it,
Yes.
but it doesn't use like absolute.
Yeah. Anyways.
That being said, I wouldn't recommend it for any tiny things.
No. And then, yeah, so again, you see the transition from the blue to the pink. This one's not working as well.
Maybe you needed more paint?
No, I think I
Fine.
put a little bit too much water in the blue.
Oh.
There we go. Much better. But yeah, so again, it does the transition from the blue to the pink, or the pink to the blue, whatever way you want to show it. And it's got the little purple bits in the middle that looks really pretty. I like it.
Oh, we're good at this.
But yeah. Anyways, so this is pretty much like... Thanks, Lo.
It's not that he hates it. It uses a ton of paint compared to normal painting,
Yeah.
so it's not something he'd recommend.
Yes, and,
But-
and like I said, I like it, and I don't like say, well, you have to do it this way to
Oh,
get
yeah.
this effect.
I mean, if you could do a normal wet blend, go and do it.
yeah.
But for someone
Or
who's
if you
just
can
learning,
get,
this
if
is
you can do
great.
this with like an airbrush or whatever, have at it. It's just myself, I find this more comfortable for me when I'm working with the paints and on the jets and stuff. I like the way it looks. I enjoy doing it, and that's the whole point of painting, right? You're supposed to enjoy what you're doing. So, yeah. So anyways, this was mainly for Flick because Flick was just like, Ray, do it.
He was the devil.
Yeah, he was the devil on my shoulder telling me to do the VOD, the tutorial. So, but yeah, so this is the effect pretty much. And then afterwards, when you're done and everything's all dry and stuff, you can go in and fix what you hit with the blue and the pink that you didn't want hit. Obviously, it's kind of like airbrushing in that aspect. I got this, dude. But yeah, so anyways, this is my little tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and that you liked it. And if you want, I'll show you how everything turns out and stuff. But again, and then this is another, like I said, this is the idea of doing it with 3 colors. Just start at the bottom or whatever way you want. 3 colors. So yeah.
Too big for this.
Oh, you're welcome, Flick. Anything for you, sweetheart. Anyways, so yeah, that's my little tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to see anything else or whatever, let Orc know and he'll ask me to do it, and I'll do it, because I'm a sucker. For orcs, if it was a really small model and you're making an orc itself, probably not. Maybe if it had like a lot of clothing on it and you cut the sponge to the size you wanted, because these are really easy to use and stuff.
Or if you wanted to do one of these orcs.
Yeah, if you got like a huge, big, massive thing like that, it would work really well. It's not really a technique you'd use for really small stuff. I'm gonna try and do it on my jet bikes, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work out.
For Christmas will orc be painted red and green.
So yeah.
It depends. I'm already pretty red. If I get sick, I mean, you never know.
Anyways, so that's my little tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm gonna give the stream back to Orc, and I'll moderate on the other computer and stuff like that.
It should be close.
That'll be close. You'll be able to see me, and if you want to play the fun game of get Ray to say things in cute voices, well, by all means. Anyways, bye guys.
This is heresy!
Oh, debauchery!
Debauchery. Oh, you've been watching too much Orin High School Host Club.
Damn right.
Alright. So I could do the thing.